Morning, kitties. Yeah, you're all busy eating. Except for you. Good morning, welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year. Today we're just gonna give an update on what vehicles we currently have in the fleet. As you can tell, it is a very cold day in the Bay Area. We'll just get right into it. We'll start in alphabetical order. First up is the 2016 Ducati Panigale. Now this one is the 959 Panigale. I picked this one up because I had a 848 at the time, and a buddy of mine let me try out the 899, and I thought to myself, wow, this is perfect. I had Japanese bikes previously before the 848, and I thought the 848 was kind of a beast, pulling wheelies, and wasn't trying to intentionally do them, and it's just a lot of power, a lot of grunt. And when I tried out his 899, it felt sort of like a combination of a beast and something smooth like a Japanese bike. I said I had to have it. At the time, it was hard to find some new 899s around the Bay Area, so at the same time the 959 had just come out. I said, why not? They made some improvements to it that the 899 needed with the larger displacement as well. It just made sense for me to go with the new 959 Panigale. So yeah, been very happy with it ever since. It's currently the only bike in the fleet, but we plan on getting something either like a Grom just for fun, just to throw around in our neighborhood, or maybe something more comfortable to ride in longer distances. Like whenever I go down to Monterey, this bike, it really puts a beating down into my hand and back, so maybe something more comfortable in the future, like a Super Sport or a Scrambler. Different brand altogether, but yeah, we'll see. Cold start for the Ducati 959 Panigale. Next up is the Fiat 500. Cold start for the Fiat 500. Now the Fiat 500, as I've mentioned before in previous videos, is actually my wife's car. The Fiat 500, it's a stick shift. She got this car for just $5,000, and the reason being is that she wanted to learn how to drive stick shift, but she didn't want to learn on my car. She wanted to learn on her own car, so she picked this up. It turns out this car is actually pretty fun and convenient. We take it around to places that are hard to find parking, and also places that are in have hills, steep hills. This car actually does better on hills than some of our automatic cars. The reason being, it has the hill assist feature where it sort of holds the brake for you as you're on a hill, so you don't roll back down. I mean, I usually don't have a problem with that with any of the vehicles, but it's just a fun feature to have. And it kind of makes me say wow every time it works. It's just so easy. It gives you a lot of confidence when you're driving in places like San Francisco, where there's a lot of hills, or in other areas where it might be hard to find parking. So yeah, it's been actually a pretty fun car to have, even though its sole purpose is for trying to learn how to drive stick shift. And yeah, we find it to be useful for other reasons. But yeah, it's the Fiat 500. Next up, we got the Lexus CT200H, the commuter car. But yeah, the Lexus CT200. Now this one we had gotten because we needed a commuter car. We were actually commuting for a while. We were using the Lexus RX, which I'll show you in a bit, which is 19 miles to the gallon. At the time, I think the other car we had was a old BMW 330 Ci that I had, and that one was also doing like 19 miles to the gallon, and it was super lowered to the ground and just scraping all over the place. So we needed something a little bit more practical, which has an average about 40 to 44 miles to the gallon. It's actually not that bad to drive. Pretty comfortable, pretty nice. It's actually the newest car that we have. This one's a 2013. The plans with this one, I'll get into it right now that I talk about the 2005 Lexus RX 330. It's a 330, y'all. So the plan with that is sort of an idea right now, not necessarily a plan, us to combine the two. So basically get a car that's a commuter car and an SUV, but with the Lexus RX 330 and the Lexus CT200, we're saying we maybe should have combined the two and gotten like an SUV commuter. And thinking about it recently, we were saying that, like, for example, the newer RX hybrid, the MPG on something like that wouldn't justify getting rid of the CT200, because that one does about 14 miles to the gallon more than the newer RX hybrid. Next up, we have the Porsche 987 Boxster S. This one's a 2005. And yeah, let's do a cold start on the 2005 Porsche Boxster S. So the Porsche Boxster, this one is definitely a keeper. We're going to try to keep this one no matter what happens. And this one is a 6-speed manual. It's funny, Trent's uncle had actually stopped by with his brand new Miata. He had let me drive it, and it had been the first time I driven stick shift in about a year or so. I got lucky, found this one here in the Bay Area locally. Been fun. I really love and enjoy this car, and it's made me a big fan of Porsche. It being my first Porsche and actually being my first true sports car. This one, I got it in the silver. I really wanted a white color car, so I had it vinyl wrapped, satin pearl white. I think no vlog could be complete without getting coffee. Let's get some coffee. Coffee time. If you watch my videos, you know where I'm going. Yeah, we're going to Phil's. One thing I like about this Phil's, they have limited time parking up front, so I could just pick up my coffee right up front and then go. All right, what do I always say? Your coffee. One of these. You gotta get that in there, or else you're making a mess. Oops, forgot. Phil's Coffee, tell a friend. Sorry I have to do this to you. You'll have to be at this funny angle. Cause I couldn't get the suction cup for the GoPro to sit in a good spot for the vlog, so it would have been pointing straight down, so I gotta figure out that. Really no cool looking cars out here today. Usually when I come pick up Phil's on a Sunday, people will bring out their cars, you know. You'll see at least 2 or 3 other nice cars like Porsches, BMWs, and things like that, but maybe they're all at, I know where they are. There's different cars and coffees today. Really need to get one going around here. Maybe I should start. Anyway, so what I wanted to talk about before we end the video is yesterday I actually had taken my Ducati out for a vlog, and it was a fail. I was using a external recorder, which is microphone, or actually the recorder itself only picks up the left side of audio. And also the microphone itself was just horrendous the way it sounded. I deleted it. I should have kept it just so y'all can hear it, but it was super distorted and just sounded really bad. I don't want to put that kind of content where you're struggling to hear what I'm trying to say, especially on a motorcycle. So I scratched that video, which got me to do this video instead, because I did order some equipment to just do it right, to just do the motorcycle vlogging the right way, but that's going to take a while for that to come in and for me to have time to set it up and actually do it as well. Yeah, when that comes in, we'll do the motorcycle vlog, because I had a few subjects to talk about while I was on the bike that I'll hold off on until that's all set up. But one thing I will take away from what would have been that motorcycle vlog that I'll talk about on this one is basically the plans for the channel. And yeah, first off, just want to say thank y'all to those who watch regularly, to my friends and family who watch and share the videos and comment on the videos. Thank you so much for your patience. I know that this type of content might not be for all of you, but you're being very supportive of me and the channel, so I thank you for that. Actually, a goal for the channel would be to reach 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible, because although I've technically been doing YouTube videos I think since 2013, there was a time that after a certain amount of, I think, views or something like that, like YouTube would start partnering with you and you could start making money pretty much just like that. As soon as you reach that point, you can start making money. And I got to that point sometime in 2013. And so at one point I was making a little bit of money, you know, like, nothing crazy, you know, like $300 in a year or something like that. But then something changed, a couple things. One, I kind of stopped making videos, and then also YouTube's criteria changed, or you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers, and I think you have to have a certain amount of time of views per month or something like that in order to start making money. And like, I'm not doing this because I want to make money and this is it, you know. Yeah, but the benefits of making money from YouTube, again, helps out the channel. So like, for example, a few weeks ago after Christmas, I think I had rented a Porsche 718 off of Turo, and yeah, that was money that came out of my pocket. That was just shy of $200. That could be something where if I start making money off YouTube again, that money could go back into the channel, so I can do things like that, like rent cars or buy parts for the bikes or for the cars, and show y'all how to either install those things or do the reviews of the cars for you guys. I think it's something that I kind of will be doing regardless, but it will definitely help. So yeah, that goal of reaching 1,000 subscribers would be great. So if you're watching this right now and you're not subscribed, it doesn't cost you anything. Just go ahead and subscribe. Going back to Turo. So originally my plan was to take that list of potential cars that I'd be getting in the future and renting them little by little on Turo before I buy them. Well, not buy them, but buy one of them. And what ended up happening is, as I was searching and I was trying to pick the first car that I would be trying out of potential cars I have in the future, I came across that Boxster 718, and I thought that'd be a fun car to try out. And it was probably on the least expensive, less strict side. And, you know, no deposit needed, only needed to be 21 years old, and it had 200 miles that you can use for free. So it was a nice deal. The future plans would be to go through that list of potential cars that I'd want to buy in the future and rent them on Turo, go through that list, and yeah, see which one I like the most. Other plans, maybe a track day for the motorcycle, adding parts to the Ducati, getting the Boxster where it needs to be as far as the check engine light that I have. Shouldn't be too hard, but getting that all fixed and squared up, then adding parts to the Boxster, because I obviously want it. I want that check engine light out first before I do anything to the car. And then the plans of, you know, going to the Cars and Coffees, the car meets, the motorcycle meets, things like that. When I started vlogging, I started in November, so there's a lot of like summer or spring or hot weather activities that I haven't got to do yet, that will be coming soon. Possibly road trips or with one of the cars. And yeah, just having a lot of fun when it comes to cars and motorcycles. So yeah, as I was mentioning in the car, just going to try to do fun activities with our vehicle, other vehicles, and see what we can do, get creative with the channel. But yeah, trying to reach that goal of 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. Obviously more than that afterwards. Yeah, I just want to wish you all a happy new year. Hope you guys have a great year. Best of luck in 2020 to all of you. If you like this video, please give that a thumbs up. Please subscribe, that'll help a lot. And again, like I said, it doesn't cost you anything, just will be helping out the channel. And yeah, thanks again for watching. Later.